A rotary autocannon or Gatling-type autocannon is a rapid-firing weapon that utilizes multiple barrels in a rotating cluster to provide a sustained rate of fire greater than single-barreled machine guns or automatic cannons of equivalent caliber. The loading, firing, and unloading functions are performed simultaneously in different barrels as they rotate, and the rotation also permits the barrels some time to cool. The rotating barrel cluster on most Gatling-type guns is powered by an external force, such as an electric motor, although gas-operated versions have also been developed. Here we have top 7 of them. Number 7. The M61 Vulcan. The M61 Vulcan is a hydraulically, electrically, or pneumatically driven, 6-barrel, air-cooled, electrically fired Gatling-style rotary cannon which fires 20mm x 102mm rounds at an extremely high rate, typically 6,000 rounds per minute. The M61 and its derivatives have been the principal cannon armament of United States military fixed-wing aircraft for over 60 years. The M61 was originally produced by General Electric. After several mergers and acquisitions, it is produced by General Dynamics as of 2000. Each of the cannon's 6 barrels fires once in turn during each revolution of the barrel cluster. The multiple barrels provide both a very high rate of fire, around 100 rounds per second, and contribute to prolonged weapon life by minimizing barrel erosion and heat generation. The average time between jams or failures is in excess of 10,000 rounds, making it an extremely reliable weapon. The success of the Vulcan project and its progeny, the very high-speed Gatling gun, has led to guns of the same configuration being referred to as Vulcan cannons, which can sometimes confuse nomenclature on the subject. Number 6. T249 Vigilant. The T249 Vigilant was a prototype 37mm self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, SPAG, designed as a replacement for the Bofors 40mm gun and M42 Duster in U.S. Army service. The system consisted of a 37mm T256-barrel Gatling gun mounted on a lengthened M113 armored personnel carrier platform. By the early 1960s, the U.S. Army declared that gun-based systems were outdated and canceled further development in favor of the MIM-46 Mauler missile system that also failed to enter service. The designer, the Sperry Utah Engineering Laboratory, later revived the Vigilant, rechambering it for NATO standard 35x228mm rounds and mounting it on a M48 Patton tank chassis for the Division Air Defense DIVAD contest. However, it ultimately lost to Ford's M247 Sergeant York that also failed to enter service. One T249 Vigilant is currently displayed at the Air Defense Artillery Training Support Facility at EFT. Still, OK. This example was previously located at the U.S. Army Ordnance Museum in Aberdeen, MD. A T250 rotary cannon is also on display next to the T249 as of July 2023. Number 5. GAO-8 Avenger. The General Electric GAU-8 Avenger is a 30mm hydraulically driven 7-barrel Gatling-style autocannon that is primarily mounted in the United States Air Force's Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt EU. Designed to destroy a wide variety of ground targets, the Avenger delivers very powerful rounds at a high rate of fire. The GAU-8/A is also used in the Goalkeeper CIWS ship weapon system, which provides defense against short-range threats such as highly maneuverable missiles, aircraft, and fast-maneuvering surface vessels. The GAU-8/A is produced by General Dynamics. The GAU-8/A is extremely accurate and can fire up to 3,900 rounds per minute without complications. The 30mm shell has twice the range, half the time to target, and 3 times the mass of projectiles fired by guns mounted in comparable close air support aircraft. While the GAU-8/A has a muzzle velocity that is comparable to that of the M61 Vulcan, it uses heavier ammunition and has superior ballistics. The time of flight of its projectile to 4,000 feet, 1,200 m, is 30% less than that of an M61 round. The GAU-8/A projectile decelerates much less after leaving the barrel, and it drops a negligible amount, about 10 feet, 3.0 meters, over the distance. The GAU-8/A precision when installed in the A-10 is rated at 5 mil 80%, meaning that 80% of rounds fired will hit within a cone with an angle of 5 milliradians. This equates to a 40-foot, 12-meter diameter circle at the weapon's design range of 4,000 feet, 1,200 m. By comparison, the M61 has an 8 milliradian dispersion. Number 4. Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt EI. The Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt EI is a single-seat, twin-turbofan, straight-wing, subsonic attack aircraft developed by Fairchild Republic for the United States Air Force, USAF. In service since 1976, it is named after the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt, but is commonly referred to as the Warthog or simply Hog. The A-10 was designed to provide close air support (CAS) to friendly ground troops by attacking armored vehicles, tanks. The A-10 was intended to improve on the performance and firepower of the Douglas A-1 Skyraider. The Thunderbolt IU's airframe was designed around the high-power 30mm GAU-8 Avenger rotary autocannon. The airframe was designed for durability, with measures such as 1,200 pounds, 540 kilograms of titanium armor to protect the cockpit and aircraft systems, enabling it to absorb damage and continue flying. Its ability to take off and land from relatively short and slash or unpaved runways permits operation from airstrips close to the front lines, and its simple design enables maintenance with minimal facilities. Number 3. Grzyv Shapunov GAU-623. The Grzyv Shapunov GAU-623 is a 6-barreled 23mm rotary cannon used by some modern Soviet/Russian military aircraft. The GAU-623 differs from most American multi-barreled aircraft cannon in that it is gas-operated rather than externally powered via an electric, hydraulic, or pneumatic system. The GAU-623 uses the 23-115 Russian AM-23 round, fed via a linked cartridge belt or a linkless feed system. The linkless system, adopted after numerous problems and failures with the belt feed, is limited. Fire control is electrical using a 27V DC system. The cannon has 10 pyrotechnic cocking charges, similar to those used in European gas-operated revolver cannon, such as the DEFA 554 or Mauser BK-27. The rapid rate of fire exhausts ammunition quickly. The Mikoyan MiG-31 aircraft, for example, with 260 rounds of ammunition, would empty its ammunition tank in less than 2 seconds. Number 2. Grzyv Shapunov GAU-630. The Grzyv Shapunov GAU-630 is a Russian 30mm rotary cannon aircraft-mounted and naval autocannon used by Soviet and later CIS military aircraft. The GAU-630 fires a 30x165 M39 projectile. The GAU-630, designed in the early 1970s and entering service in 1975, has a 6-barrel design that is similar to the Grzyv Shapunov GAU-623. It was based on the naval AO-18 used in the AK-630 system. Unlike most modern rotary cannons, it is gas-operated rather than hydraulically driven, allowing it to spin up to maximum rate of fire more quickly, allowing more rounds to be placed on target in a short-duration burst. This makes the weapon advantageous in dogfights, where pilots often have a very small window for engaging the enemy. Ignition is electrical, as with the smaller GAU-623. On the MiG-27 flogger, the GAU-630 had to be mounted obliquely to absorb recoil. The gun was noted for its high, often uncomfortable, vibration and extreme noise. The airframe vibration led to fatigue, cracks in fuel tanks, numerous radio and avionics failures, the necessity of using runways with floodlights for night flights, as the landing lights would often be destroyed, tearing or jamming of the forward landing gear doors, leading to at least 3 crash landings, cracking of the reflector gun sight, an accidental jettisoning of the cockpit canopy, and at least 1 case of the instrument panel falling off in flight. The weapons also dealt extensive collateral damage, as the sheer numbers of fragments from detonating shells was sufficient to damage aircraft flying within a 200-meter radius from the impact center, including the aircraft firing. Number 1. Minigun. Technically not a cannon, a minigun is more correctly classified as a rotary machine gun. During the Vietnam War, the 7.62mm caliber and 134 minigun was originally created to arm rotary wing aircraft and could be fitted to various helicopters as either a crew-served or a remotely operated weapon. With a rate of fire from 2,000 to 6,000 rounds per minute 6, from a 4,000-round linked belt. As the GAU-2B/A, the minigun was also used on the U.S. Air Force AC-47, AC-119 and Lockheed AC-130 gunships. The AC-47 was known during the Vietnam War as Puff the Magic Dragon, and was said to be the only thing that scared the VC. This weapon was also used on selected USAF helicopters. With sophisticated navigation and target identification tools, miniguns can be used effectively even against concealed targets. The crew's ability to concentrate the minigun's fire very tightly produces the appearance of the red tornado from the light of the tracers as the gun platform circles a target at night. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe for more videos. In the comments section below, please tell me how many you discovered.